Hello and welcome to Galaxies and Peril, episode 6, I believe, this week. Yeah, we were out last week. Um, Episode 6. We just finished off downtime after the job that went okay. Transporting our friend, the cyborg soldier guy, with some scroll juice in him. So let's see. I did some GM stuff in the meantime. Adjusted some. Where's our factions here? There they are. Adjusted a few of the faction relationships here. -1 with the Hellfire Club, -1 with the Reavers, but +1 with the Defenders. So looking pretty good there. Um, there are some new clocks on the TikTok tab over there, and two of them have been filled right now. So we got some new fun things to happen. The folks who ran the uh, dockyard from the first episode are going to come looking, and whoever made Gator out discovers who uh, took care of him, and that is you. So, we don't have a mission or anything right now, and we're at post downtime. So we are in free play to do what we like. I think last couple things we saw were um, Nighthawk punching that TV, which is great. What do we have here? We threw Reese in the door, so he's safe for the moment. Mm, Rain had a little scene with Alana and Wong about the the limbo hole there. Yeah, and Rimmings has a long-term project to find out what that scroll serum was. So, what would y'all like to do? You're pretty open right now. And if you don't have anything, I can bring something in.
I'm going to the factions tab.
Hmm.
Man, it feels like we have this unfulfilled promise of the Two Scoops gang.
Yeah, they're out there. They're out there.
They exist. They're out there.
There's a clock for them too, right? Yeah, 2 scoops retaliation.
And we've completed all of our downtime, is that right?
You have, yes.
Um, I have a note that we need to pay for upkeep on the truck, the mobile truck that we have.
Yeah. So
Have we done that?
so right now the truck is drivable, but not in great shape, and probably the extra stuff is disabled for a while. Uh, I'm going to say that would cost 1 resource to get it to a place where it's okay to use long term, and to fix it up entirely. If you want to spend some resources on that, get the truck back in working order.
Sounds like a good use for resources. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry I broke the front window,
And
guys,
the
in the top and crashed it. I
top.
shouldn't drive.
I
Just
think
pull your. Go
I
ahead.
think I personally am doing some of the repairs, so I'm like underneath,
Hmm.
cussing about the chassis, this is all bent up and it's gonna have to be replaced and all that kind of stuff. I've got grease all over me and everything, and I'm like, yeah, remake, yeah, Narrow, I mean, it's good that you destroyed the truck because we needed to get out of there, and it served its purpose.
Where are you doing the repairs?
Ooh.
Yeah. Because Nero's there eating popcorn and apologizing.
I
So
mean, we
where's a good
have to have
place?
a place to park it, right?
Hmm. Yeah, so worst case, you can park it like in the alley out back and work on it there, or if you have a more secure place to store it.
No, but I think part of the repair job is we should totally like paint it and make it look completely different. So maybe we give it a different
Hmm.
top and all that. So it was made very public on the news, right?
Yes, it was.
So it's got to be a little bit more discreet or different from what we saw before on the news. Maybe before it had a big coffee cup on top, and now it's got, I don't know.
Oh, and you got a gift basket from someone for taking care of that. I think that was yeah, I
Was
think that
some
was
of it
from Shaw. That was from Shaw because he's like, "Thank you for not putting me in jail." Ha ha ha.
That's right.
From the Shaw Corporation.
That's where you're getting your popcorn from.
Oh
basket.
yeah, it's the like
Like
four
chocolate chip
different.
caramel. Yeah.
It's the four different kinds that are all in the one tub. And she's, oh yeah, don't no. This one's good.
This is popcorn flavor popcorn. Weird.
How did they do that?
Yeah. So where's that truck repair happening?
I like the alleyway. Let's do it now in
Okay.
the alleyway.
Cool. Yeah.
So I
Do you
think
have any neighbors
I-
that you're friendly with that would be like hanging out with you, like commenting?
Totally, we have to have neighbors.
Well, I mean, like it's very interesting because we have a mobile food thing, and the ice cream gang have a mobile food thing. So
Yeah.
it's very, very similar. I wonder if there's like a shared space for this kind of thing, and they might actually be there, like
Ooh.
repairing their van or something like that. But if we want to do it in the alleyway, that's perfectly fine. But it just seems like an activity that they're both doing, at the same time.
That's really good. I like that. Maybe they steal some of our parts.
Oh my.
This thing's
Dude.
glowing. It'll fit perfect.
Oh, that's right. This has some scroll technology on it. doesn't it?
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't know how parking for this sort of thing works in New York, but it feels like we should have a garage or something where we can lock it up. Because
Yeah.
I mean, if we have this truck parked in the alley, it's going to be gone in a week, right?
Does Alexander have, or Nighthawk have any place to keep it that's accessible, or is that too far away?
It's probably too far away and not something I would necessarily want to link to the coffee shop.
Mhm.
But if we get, to the point where we want to deal with something that's more technological, I have one of my associates is Reed Richards, an instructor,
Yeah,
and the Baxter building is nearby.
that's right.
So
Relatively,
I'm
yeah.
sure he has, a facility to upgrade and the right equipment to upgrade the scroll technology, or at least investigate it or add some equivalent.
Ooh.
But the mundane stuff, I think, would be in the same, garage kind of area. I think there's probably like a parking garage nearby, but we're doing the repairs in like one of the local garages where
Mhm.
it's like, I think we rented it out along with the Two Scoops gang. We're like, yeah, this is what we're going to do. We'll do the repairs here and maybe pay for parts, but, you're not going to scam us like, you do the
Right.
regular people.
Yeah. Cool. I think if you wanted to get upgraded by Reed Richards, that might be a long-term project. Or you could do it in a flashback at some point. So we'll keep that in mind. Cool. What are the rest of y'all up to?
I'm doing some thing involving my reporting.
Yeah.
Some journalist work. I am pulling my hair out, looking at like deeds and other legal forms that will eventually, if you follow the money, will take care of getting these ice cream people dealt with or something like that. But I don't have a library use skill or anything like that.
We can do some just some information gathering on those if you want.
Yeah, but mainly the scene is just the like I can see it in my head, like the elbows on the table and hands in the hair, in the fingers in the hair,
Mhm.
just doing the legwork or whatever. And maybe somebody that we like I don't know what they're going to be in the future, but someone notices me in the library. There's like a panel of someone like looking at me or something like
Ha.
that.
Do you want to do a study roll for that and see how we see
Yeah.
what we get?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do that.
What it's used for. All right. So I've
that's
got a
4.
study. Oh, I actually have a die in study.
Awesome.
Is this a desperate situation?
No.
Okay.
In fact, this is controlled because you're doing it on your own time.
Yeah. Which is like free XP. Like the librarian. It's Conan the librarian. He's chasing me around.
I set the library on fire, then study.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. I will. I've got way too much resilience spent, so I will roll a die and see what. Oh, gotta type my name in there. Yeah. Okay. All right. My name is. Okay. 1 diggity dice. Study. A 6.
Nice. Perfect.
Wow. I don't know what I find, but I find the heck out of it.
So yeah, I think what you find, so you're looking up like truck registrations and that kind of stuff to track them down. You don't find anything that is like registered to those. So you keep pouring through like police reports and all that stuff, and you come to the like certain conclusion that they've got 2 or 3 trucks at least from what you're seeing. They must have been stolen and refurbished, and they use them for different kinds of things. They might use it to like as a getaway car for a burglary. They might sling drugs out of them. Just drive around and terrorize people for protection money or whatever. And
so maybe the VIN number is implicated in a crime, but
yeah,
it got changed physically somehow.
but they just tore it off or something. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and they've had they've had some arrests and stuff, but nothing seems to have stuck. So you don't know who exactly, but your reporter's instinct tells you that they might have someone else helping them with connections or funding.
Okay. All right. They've got a patron or something like that.
A sponsor, yeah.
Sponsor, yeah. Okay. Well then, that's the next step. That's where I go. Perfect. I don't know if I have a clock for this, but let's move forward.
Yeah.
Actually, could I start? I want to start a clock for, who's supporting / defending the ice cream guys.
Do you want to make that a long-term project?
Yeah.
Spend for it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So how many ticks do you want?
Let's make that 6.
6. Okay.
Yeah.
And that would be. I'll just set that up. Future rolls will advance that, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
Or actually, you can make a roll if you're spending for it. You can make a roll on it now.
What would spending for it mean?
Like spending a resource if you have it.
Oh, do I have any?
If you don't, we can just put the clock up and you can spend on it later.
I'm gonna let's just put the clock up. I've got it on my sheet, cool. And if there's another one in the okay, yep.
Awesome.
Find the head honcho. Find the head honcho.
Who's pulling their strings?
Yeah. That's what I want. Perfect. All right.
Savannah, you had some you had some hard times with your sister stuff going on last time.
Yeah, I was trying to remember exactly. I think I got a Raven, a
Yeah.
message with Raven, but I don't remember what it was about.
Let's see. Did I write that down? Times
Because I
Fava.
just I started a downtime clock with what's going on with my sister Sigrid, but I don't remember
Hmm.
what we.
Yeah, I think it's possible you said we got a Raven and we didn't see what it was yet.
Yeah.
That was it. Um, so what was it?
I think that's what I'm trying to figure out. I think
Mhm.
I got a message that I don't quite understand. So I think I'm racking up the phone bill by calling to New Asgard, and I imagine that not a lot of people there have a phone, so
Mm,
it's like, yeah, I go give the message to this or that person, or go ask around. So it takes forever to get any information out of there. So
nice.
I think I still don't know what it is. Just that there's something going on.
Cool. I'm going to do a fortune roll, 2 dice, just to give myself a little bump. See what's. Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah. So yeah, they're trying to track down someone for you, and they will call you back when they find the right person. Write that down. Call back. Cool. And names there. Any chance. Awesome. And Remix is just hanging out doing the repairs with Nighthawk. Do you want to see that scene a little bit?
She is, but I was looking at the character sheet. There was a question I had for you. The
Mm.
scroll serum, where did it come from? Is a downtime clock I set up, and I don't know. Well, I have a note, not sure about clock size, so we should probably define that.
Yeah. Um, tell me what you would like to try to track that down. And I was talking to Reese or talking to uh, other folks who might have connections to that stuff.
She's a
Just
simple
knocking
girl.
on doors. Yeah,
She's a simple scroll. She'd start with talking to Reese. Probably would be her
cool.
first thing she'd do. We don't have to play through it. I just more than anything wanted to see like what's the clock size before I forget to ask you.
Yeah. Um. So he's in the door, and instead it kind of looks like you go in and there's like a hallway with a bunch of different cell type things there. What does it look like when you go in to talk to him?
I've recently watched a little bit of that Avengers animated series, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and they had a door prison thing. So we'll probably borrow from that. I liked the idea of it, which was like this doorway that came through almost like a Stargate, and then it opens up and there's this like central open space, and then a bunch of almost like catwalked areas with cells in them. This is all alien, otherworldly stuff. So maybe we don't know who had this place originally. I don't know. That's what I'm
Nice.
throwing out. I don't know if that steps on any toes. Anyone feel free to object if you're like that wasn't really what was in my headspace.
Do you need Devil Wolf's help to open the door, or can any of
Totally
y'all
need
go
Devil
in?
Wolf's help.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Devil, is there like uh, what do you have to do to make that available? Is there a ritual or just an item or
What exactly am I going to do?
helping Narrow get into the door? Because that's you're the warden there, I think.
Okay. Um, well, first I would be like, just a friendly, but like, what do you need inside?
Oh, I just wanted to chat with Reese about
Oh, yes,
stuff.
yes. Um, so I'm trying to find a picture of what you were talking about online because I love the idea. But I don't know. I can't find it. Um, and like we're establishing what it looks like, and this is really big to me.
Yeah.
And I want to go with like the recommendations and all that, but like, what's it gonna be like? Um, oh, okay. Yeah. So, um, in Skyrim, like the tombs always had like circular doors, and the puzzles were like, twisting. Um, I imagine that kind of like a lock screen on a phone. There are all these there's all these runes on a circular thing, and I trace it out with
Nice.
the energy, and it opens up to that place. Um, and I open it up to the general room or whatever. Um, and that's something that I think I would begin to teach everybody if they wanted to learn it so they could do it on their own. Um,
Nice.
Very cool.
The
yeah.
prison lock screen code. Is it prison 42? Is that the place you're talking about?
I think so. Yes, that sounds.
Yeah.
Oh,
this
okay.
sounds right.
It's in the negative zone. It says.
Yes, it was in the negative
nice.
zone.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Cool. I can try to look for pictures and stuff.
Yeah, that's good looking stuff there. Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, so you can do the door unlock there. And yeah, so Reese is in whichever cell you put him. Do all the cells look the same, or are they kind of like weird different rooms?
Um. What were you saying, Rich? Like there was catwalks and stuff?
Yeah, like there was a central open space and then a bunch of cells that were all around, almost like eggish in a way.
Okay.
I realize that that's now super vague. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find the episode. Oops.
I think it's do you remember when in the Spider-Man movie where he's fighting Doctor Strange in that weird place, and but kind of like a Dyson sphere kind of thing, like there's stuff you see, it goes on for a plate, it's like one of those tubes that go inside its own self, like it's a very weird
like a
weird
Klein
space.
bottle. Yeah.
Yes, like a Klein bottle. But so yeah, like there's the bottom of the Klein bottle, but it just sort of grows around, and so there's like actually places with like greenery. It's not like dark and damp. It's more like I don't know, a park with prisons.
Nice.
Okay.
I don't want to do something like, I don't know, like Oz or any of these crime
Yeah.
dramas and stuff like that. I'd kind of like to make it a little bit of a different place, but not like
It's kind of like the mirror dimension kind of landscapey with the weird geometries.
Yeah, weird geometries, but like not oppressively designed.
Yeah, maybe it's like you can, like, since you have kind of run in the place, you can bring someone in and like place them in a little forest or field or something. But if and they're free to move around, but they can't like leave the area just because of the geometry of the way that place looks.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
you're saying it's a free range dimensional prison.
Yeah, free range dimensional prison.
We don't clip the beaks or anything like that. So
cool. And so what was the terrain that you dropped Reese off in?
Rich, why don't you make it up? I'll go with whatever you come up with.
Oh, yeah, that is a thing.
Or anybody at the table, like.
Yeah, does anybody know anything about Scroll homeland stuff? Where are they from?
The planet got blown up, right? It was Skrullos eventually, and then they moved to planets with numbers after their names.
Yeah, to go back earlier, I'm looking at a picture of what Prison 42's door looks like, and I love it. like just take out the metal 42 part and put in like the Skyrim thing with the runes, and you're good to go.
Tarnax 4 and Tarnax 2 currently.
Yeah. I don't know. It's got a purplish ground with flowers that have a color that with purple kind of make you sick to your stomach. I don't know.
Cool. Yeah.
And then like a orangish, reddish, quote unquote sunlight.
Nice. Cool.
Neat.
Yeah, so he's he's just chilling there. I think because of the nature of the prison, like it's not a stasis, but people are sustained there. Like you don't have to come in and like bring him food or worry about it. So he's comfortable and able to do what he wants there. And I think currently, there's these it would be like a stump-ish thing, but it's made of kind of stone or crystal, and it's got these kind of swirls on it. And he's just kind of like sitting on one, leaning back and sort of staring at the sky with his hands on the ground. And he takes a second to like notice that you've shown up. It's like, oh hey, I don't know how long I've been here. Has it been a while or no time? This is really disorienting to me.
Not long. We wouldn't keep you for long. Just trying to make sure you're not causing trouble.
No,
This is pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it's real weird, but it sure is a change of scenery from the cell, right? I think whatever they did to me is worn off. So
What did they? This you mean the serum? Like you can't change shape anymore?
Yeah, I can't. Nothing. I think it seemed like it was a temporary deal.
So you're telling me you're all better?
I mean, if you believe me, yeah. I'm still, an escapee. So there's that.
There is that.
I mean, I'm not a good guy. I'm not going to say I belong in prison, but that's probably where most people would like to see me.
Are you okay?
No, absolutely not. I don't know what this stuff did to me. If it gave me cancer, or I'm going to pee weird, or now I'm. I mean, I appreciate that you didn't just stick me in a hole somewhere. Like, it's being a bad guy in prison is not the worst thing, but also it's not super great. I would prefer not to go back, but I don't. Like, are you planning on keeping me here for a long time, or?
I don't think we should keep you here. Nobody's held a trial for you.
I mean, they did, and they put me in jail. So,
well, yes, and then everyone tried to break you out. So, how long was that sentence?
25 years.
Oh.
And I imagine Shaw's going to pull some strings to make it longer if I get out.
Would you have actually testified?
Huh. I mean, you did kind of give me up, right? I actually hadn't thought that far ahead. I was just looking to get out. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he screwed me over. Like, I took the fall for his, like, he's still out there making money on the guns that I was selling. So,
Shows on the phone. This is the gift basket he sent us, thanking us for. Yeah.
He sent you a gift basket?
Had some really good popcorn.
Well, so what are your plans?
I guess I planned about as far ahead as you have. But if you want to take Shaw down.
Yeah, I
Pretty
think I'd
sure
like
it
that.
ended up being a mistrial because you didn't show up.
No, he walked. He's
Oh, he
gone.
walked. He's exonerated. Like,
Yeah.
hold no. Oh, wow. So there's no retrial.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I mean, he's as dirty as you can get. So eventually something else is going to come around. But
Okay, that changes our answer. Well, it's not like we can do the trial over because he was exonerated. So
yeah, he's got a lot of money and a lot of strings. I think it's not just the money, right? I mean, I don't know if you know who he really is. He's not just some rich asshole.
who is he?
I mean, there's the whole club of them, the guys who want to do the take over the world thing, right? That's the whole Hellfire Club. Do you know about the Hellfire Club?
Oh,
That's all right. You're not a mutie, so it's not a big deal with you. Um, yeah, him, a bunch of other very powerful, mostly men, trying to just
sure.
take as much power and influence as they can, because that is that's what they do. They have no objective beyond acquiring more power. Me, I just want to get paid. I don't. But look how that worked out. I'm little people to them, and so are you. To be honest, I think we both got played.
Yeah, I think we did.
I mean, if you let me out, I can't promise I'm not going to go back to what I was doing. I mean, that guy's got to make a living.
I appreciate your honesty, but you are really not good at convincing me to let you go free.
Just giving it to you straight.
Okay. Can we
I mean,
talk a little bit?
yeah, I got no appointments to keep, so
She'll walk over and sit down near him. Can we talk a bit about the serum? I'm a
yeah.
little curious. What did they tell you?
So they said, it's they had one of those horse shots. They said we can give you this, and you can use it to break out. We just want to see what happens. Not in those words. Uh, I'm a guinea pig. They A couple guys in black suits and sunglasses came in. A doctor came in, looked real nervous, and yeah, they took me to the infirmary for a checkup. Needed to make sure my gear was still inactive, and yeah, they just shot me up. It burned. It didn't feel really good. It's I don't know what it was, but it burned. It made you feel real strong and real weird. I tried to keep it under control while I was in until I got, y'all brought me out. It was tough though. It was like something was trying to get out. Like something wanted to use me to get out. Like I wasn't fully in control. I don't think. And then yeah, I caught on fire. Or turned into all sorts. Yeah, you were there.
Right. Can I? Is it okay if I just touch your shoulder for a minute and
Yeah.
see? Okay. She'll scoot a little closer and try to touch skin to skin contact. And
Mhm.
is there another presence? Like she's going to try to call upon her power of telepathy
Oh,
and see, is there another presence in him still now?
you don't feel anything. No, there's nothing there now.
Okay. Well, I don't sense anyone in there besides you, so that's good. Okay. Was there, other than free, is there anything you need?
I mean, this is way nicer than my cell at Rikers, and I haven't. Again, I don't know how long I've been in here, but I haven't been hungry or tired the entire time. So
You can still
this
rest.
is,
I understand
yeah.
if you think you should.
I mean, to be honest, this is probably what I needed. Just a little bit of company.
Well, I'm can I can come back. Or did you want other company?
No, this has been great. I really appreciate you checking on me.
Glad that you are on any pain. I'm sure this is not where you want to be.
You turned into me.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you do that? Did you have that?
No. I. Well, you're in prison. You can't really tell anyone, right? I'm not a human. I'm not a mutant. I'm from another planet.
You're an
And-
alien? All right, keep going.
And she will just slowly slide back into her natural form. This is how I look when I'm not trying to look like someone else.
Wow.
I think they used some of my people's DNA for the serum they gave you.
There's more of you? I mean, I guess there would be, right? Where are you?
How are you gonna know?
Oh, shit.
Oh wait, that wasn't supposed to sound scary.
How many of you are there?
I'm not sure. I kind of bailed on the whole plan.
What
And there's a
plan?
big war. That, wow, this is all coming out wrong.
This is a lot of new information to take in. First, there's aliens, period. Second, I'm talking to one, and you've got a plan to go to what?
I didn't
Maybe I'm
have
better
a
off in
plan.
here. Maybe I'm better off in here. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't want to freak you out. Should I go?
I'm kind of freaked out.
Sorry. Anyway, I think that maybe someone took blood DNA something to create the serum for you, and I wanted to make sure that someone wasn't being forced into that. I'm sorry you didn't have a choice.
Oh, I had a choice. I just made a bad one.
Oh, okay. True. It wasn't much of a choice.
I mean, they probably offered it to other guys too, but so far I haven't seen anyone else blowing up the city. So recently,
Oh, just wait. It's New York.
got that right.
It's kind of like a helicarrier. Yeah, so good talk.
Yeah, come back
probably-
anytime. Bring me a book or something next time, maybe.
Sure. I'll bring you some books. That's a great suggestion.
Cool.
And she'll take off, realizing she just made his life a lot more weird.
A lot more weird. Cool. So I think the lead that you get off of that is that someone kind of deal with the prison to do experiments on the prisoners.
Yep, that's a really good lead.
Cool. Nighthawk. What do you got the cars all fixed up? What are you doing these days?
So I don't feel like I did as well as I should have during the last during the last fight that we had.
Mhm.
It seemed like it was easy to take me out. And I think so remind me if I'm wrong. We were hired for that mission by
That was Murdoch, I think, right?
Murdoch.
Yeah.
Do we know who Murdoch is other than a lawyer?
I think that's up to you.
Yeah, so I think I want to go have a conversation with Murdoch
Hmm.
about how he handles his other job
Mhm.
and stays as what's the right word? Isn't overwhelmed by people who can change shape and summon portals and who are super strong and from a heavenly realm, that kind of thing. And basically what I'm looking for in the scene is just a little bit of a morale boost.
Mhm.
Yeah. Mechanically, what I'm looking to do is spend resources to increase my resilience by a box.
Oh, awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
Are you going to see him at his little office or meet him somewhere else?
No, absolutely. I'm going to go into his office, and it's going to start as a personal. It's going to start as a personal apology for the job that just happened.
Mhm.
And by the way, anyone else who wants to join can join me with this.
Actually, let's take five, and then we'll come back and do that. Is that cool?
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So just cool. So Alexander, right? And who else wants to go talk to Matt?
Maybe this is how Rain knew where to go and what to do for her research. Like maybe she's talking to Foggy and asking about basic research questions and
Nice.
stuff like that. Or is this MCU? Do we have okay. Yes, we also have the lady from True Blood. That's the only thing I'm ever gonna remember her for.
Aaron Page, right?
What are you talking about? The super DM
Yeah, right.
of like Dungeons and the Dragons?
Okay. Yes. Cool. Yeah. So I'm just maybe I'm curious how Foggy reacts to it. Am I annoying to him? Are we friends? Like, what can I roll to see? Like, just a fortune roll to see how we're doing? I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to just narrate my success or failures or whatever.
Do we have him on the? I thought, did we have him as someone's contact?
Oh,
I don't remember if we had that. I remember seeing his name, but I don't remember where it was. Maybe not.
just on the maybe on the NPCs.
Yeah, maybe. Okay.
Wait, who are we talking about for contacts?
Foggy
Fog-
Nelson.
Oh,
I
that
think
is
he's
a
just
great point. I do think
yeah.
there's Jessica Jones is a contact for us. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Daredevil is per se.
Yeah. So I think so. You have Matt. You have Daredevil as Svava has Daredevil as a rival.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I think since you've got your you got a +2 with him, I think as long as Fava's not there, you're probably good.
Okay, cool.
I want to interrogate that a little bit more in the future, find out exactly what happened there. Find out about Fava and Matt. Cool. So it's Rain and Alex going to talk to Matt Murdoch. And Foggy. I think if you want to, Foggy's probably seen some shit at this point, and is not too like he's a little bit. He's very interested in what you have to say, but I think he's not fazed by it necessarily yet.
Okay.
Yeah. So tell me about your talk with Matt.
Yeah. So I think we show up. We have an appointment. And Alex goes in. Is Foggy there as well?
Yeah, I think maybe it's like he's like in the side office talking with Rain about research stuff.
And I think I sit down and I tell Matt, I'm like, I know you were counting on us, and we worked really hard, but this was kind of a close thing. Um, and I think we were set up. Um,
Yeah,
it
it looks like
seems
it.
that yeah, it seems that Reese had things altered so that he could escape en route, and then there were people there to help pick him up, and then the news
Yeah,
got there very quickly.
yeah, it's old
So
buddies.
yeah, um, we tried our best to make sure that we could get into the courthouse, and I know that your case didn't go the way you'd hoped. Um, so
It was a long shot. Shaw is very connected, and even with Reese there, it was a 1 in 10 shot probably, but we had to take it, and
yeah,
yeah, it's disappointing, but I, I don't know that I would have been able to do any much better than you all.
well, I had higher expectations for us, and I didn't manage myself as well as I had hoped in that situation. Um, I was thinking that things could be better. Um, but
Can you answer me a
um,
question? Something seemed off. I heard that you exploded someone's head.
and um, I can see you can see that I kind of stiffen,
Yeah, and he's
and I
like,
say,
mm-hmm.
yeah, that's interesting. I had never thought about this, but Matt Murdock can't watch television,
Right.
right? Because he can listen. Interesting. So he hasn't seen the proof.
No,
He's
he's
just
just
heard
heard
it
that you
described.
you killed a guy.
Yeah. That's a that's a different problem.
It
Uh,
seems like a big problem.
it yeah. There's no reason for anyone to believe me, but that wasn't me. Um, that I seem to have attracted the attention of someone who is going out of their way to sully my name. Um, and sully make it look like I'm not a protector, to make it look like I'm a uh, executioner, and it's something I'm going to have to get to the bottom of. But right now, I don't have any leads or good control over what's going on, and it just I'll take care of that. Yeah, I mean, I have to take care of it.
No, you're not lying. So I'm sorry to hear about that.
Well, we all have our own burdens to bear. I'm sure you've got plenty.
Believe me,
Um,
I sympathize with your situation.
um, I don't see how you can keep going, doing what you do here during the day with what you see at night.
Doing what I do here during the day is the more important work. I mean, these people don't have anyone to help them. The what I do at night is just a sort of physical manifestation of that, I suppose. We help people who can't help themselves, you and me, right? We just do it in different ways.
What keep True, but what keeps you from becoming hopeless? What keeps you going?
If I don't do it, who is?
Well, it just seems like sometimes there's insurmountable odds. Um, but we have to keep pushing, don't we?
Just keep getting up.
Um,
We may be facing insurmountable odds at times, but we'll never surmount them if we lie down.
okay. Yeah, I see. Keep pushing. It's sort of like training, right? You don't
Mm-hmm.
wake up being able to, you know, run fast or, punch hard. You have to train to do that. You're right. I think I need more training to go out. I think that's a good point. I need to go out and exercise that futility. I think,
Is that an
Matt,
exercise with an E or an O?
it's with an E. Yeah. Exercise, as in muscles. And
Hmm.
you know what? I think this talk has given me a good perspective. I need a win. And I think I need a win just to buoy my spirits. So maybe maybe taking care of someone on the lower end, um, you know, petty crime or something like that might give me the morale boost I need to go punch out of my weight league. Thanks, Matt.
Just keep working on it. Don't push yourself too hard. You're not invulnerable. We can break.
Oh, I definitely know that. Yeah, I'm well aware. Yeah.
Some things are hard to come back from.
Yeah.
Don't let
I
don't let that other guy. Just don't let the other guy push you too much. You are who you are because of what you do. And if you follow what he's doing, you're going to be someone else, probably someone that you don't like. So,
yeah. Um that's really good insight. If I find anything more about this guy, and I don't think I can handle it on my own, maybe I shouldn't handle it on my own, and I'll give you a ring. Are you up for that?
you have my number.
Okay. I'm actually going to put him down as a friend.
Yeah,
As a contact kind of thing. Fantastic.
cool. Uh, did you want anything with Foggy in there?
I just think
Me,
oh,
I didn't. I
Uh,
think
Rain, I mean.
oh, I just imagine it's one of those things where I don't know, like I'm probably going to like law libraries and
Mhm.
and stuff like that. Is just like uh paralegal stuff. So it's just like, okay, so this is just going over the basics so that she can use whatever system they've got or something like that.
Mhm.
For some reason, like this is difficult for her. Um, and so when she sees you, she's walking out. Uh, she's like, okay, okay, okay. I think I've got enough to get started. Um, thank you, thank you. I owe you.
A drink sometime.
Yes, you a coffee. You a beer guy.
I all of the above. It'll be my
Cool.
treat. I'll take you out
Oh, okay.
if that's all right.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
Well, I'll go save the world a couple of times, and then, well, we can. Yeah. Uh, she turns around and like she's like blushing and like that whole like you want to blow out and be like kind of thing, but you got to hold it in. Um, and uh, now I'm following Alex wherever Alex is going, or I'm with
cool.
Alex. Do you want to talk, Alex?
I think whenever we go to leave, yeah, I think my spirits are a little bit buoyed coming out of that discussion. And you can tell that. And I think we head back and um well, I had a really good talk with Murdoch. He was very helpful. He was understanding of, well, technically our failure. Um, but at the same time, he was inspiring.
The lawyer was inspiring, or
Yeah.
or is it common? Do I know that he's Daredevil, or do I not know that he's Daredevil?
Mark said that's up to you.
Yeah, that's up to
What do
you.
you think?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I do.
um, I'll roll even odds real quick just to see. Um, so even I know him, odd I don't. Odd. The lawyer gave you a
Well,
pep talk.
well, you've got to remember, he's a good lawyer, and he's representing people in the most in an awful portion of New York, right?
Yeah.
And so he could be doing it anywhere. He could be making the big money, but he sticks around, help out people, and do what needs to be done. People who can't help themselves. It's yeah.
Yeah, and she'll be like, "Oh, yeah, like that one he's not like that one lawyer that Alias told us about, right? The that woman, like the one that lives so rich and she lives over there and all that kind of. Do you know out of character? Do you know what I'm talking about? Jessica Jones's lawyer, like
Oh, okay.
yeah, like
Oh,
she
Yeah,
makes
no, I
Trinity?
don't know.
Oh
From the
yeah.
Matrix?
yeah she makes mad money and those kind of stuff. So like in a huge law firm or whatever. And so like that's the way I connected. Like yeah, that law firm so and so and so and so that we heard about.
Hogarth, Cherry Hogarth.
Hogarth, right. You know, as a make sure it's our uh there's no other choices available if we take them or whatever. Yeah, no. You're right. Like I guess we're walking down the street of Hell's Kitchen at this point, and maybe there's a repair, uh, like a building being repaired or something like that. Maybe it's the one that Gator guy was working at,
Oh yeah.
and but it's like the the supporting the people. I mean, that's what we do too. So
Yeah. I mean, I'd sort of to be concerned about our usefulness, especially after, you know, I guess technically being tricked by Shaw and Reese getting away from us so easily and everything just seemed to be out of hand. And you know, it's important to keep your eyes on the prize that we're helping people who need it. And we're in the best position right now to help them.
now, if you do look at the silver lining, Shaw's going to underestimate us the next time.
We should make sure he does. Yeah.
Maybe there's something there to be investigated too. Some shady characters in this place.
Cool. Do we feel like we have enough to put together a mission?
Oh,
We could talk about like lay out what kind of missions we have.
Yeah.
all right.
We all have personal things. So we have like Hawk Knight, and we have the investigation of the scroll serum, and the Two Scoops gang.
Mhm.
So I know we call him Hawk Knight, but when you called him, like when you said that he was sullying your reputation, in my mind, I was like, Sully would be a great name for this guy. So, please continue. I just like in my head, I'm like, oh, Sully would be a good name too.
Swava, did you say you needed to work out? Was there something you needed to do?
Or that's Remix that typed that.
Oh, that was Rich,
Oh.
noticing
Oh.
that Carrie Ann Moss is older than me and looks amazing, and it just like reminds me,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I need to go out and get active again in 24-degree weather. But
You
somehow,
need to become an actor so you get paid to work out.
right? That's exactly what I need. Thank you.
Yeah, I definitely want a scene
Yeah.
with Ondish, with Zvava
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah.
Especially if she's going to um back home or whatever, Asgard. But I'm very, very curious about, like, do any of us know about the woman in your vision or
Mm.
anything like that? The
Yeah,
guy that
did you tell
had
us about that?
the guy that has the sword and stuff like that, and or did you recover the sword in the fight? I can't remember.
No, he
Um,
caught him and walked off.
okay,
Caught him.
yeah. Very interested in that.
Yeah, I don't think we're quite there yet. I need to like find out some more about what's going on before I think it's actionable. So
Mhm.
I'm happy to go in on someone else's thing where
Cool.
we've come a bit further.
So what part of the world do we want to flesh out?
Well, you know how in like big cities you've got like there's a Chinatown and a so and so town and stuff like that. Ondish, is there an Asgard town in New York?
I love that idea.
Oh, that's very cool. I I kind of like, as small as New Asgard is, I can't imagine there's like a full like part
Okay,
of New York that's all
but
Asgard.
Jackson Heights has a restaurant from almost every culture in the world. Is there an
Mm.
Asgardian restaurant
Oh
maybe
Ooh.
in Jackson
yeah,
Heights?
yeah, that sounds great.
Or
A
maybe
mead
a
Yeah,
hall or something?
restaurant bar or something like that that
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Def
serves the
yeah.
old
definitely
food, but
definitely a
also
sports
the
bar, right? Like watching
A
people
beer
get
hall.
Or like an axe throwing place. Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, yeah, that sounds cool. I think there's probably like a couple of dozen of Asgardians in New York at any given time,
Mm.
but they're kind of scattered about, I think. So, um, but yeah, having a sports bar or
oh,
that would be perfect for like a gathering place.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Very
Yeah.
loud. It's very loud, very boisterous. There's they have to have a mechanical bull there. That's just
Right.
because that would be such an Asgardian thing.
Something like Hammer and Thunder or something like
Yeah,
that.
like
You
the
know?
golden axe. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Anyway,
Cool.
I wanted, if there was going to be an Asgard town, I wanted to explore Asgard town. But I'm glad that we have the bar now. But that was going to be my suggestion for what we could explore. Um,
Maybe that's where his father goes. Drink with Jessica.
oh wow, yeah, that's the you have to be uh
You have to be
you're
this strong to enter.
you, you have to speak, you have to speak this font to enter because all Asgardians have that font that they speak with in the comic.
Beerheim. Yeah.
Beerheim. I love it.
I love it.
But they're into esports too, though, right? People playing Valheim. Anyway, oh my goodness. An Asgardian Overwatch team. Anyway, I sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I think while we're thinking about it, there's the coffee shop is still going on. Who kind of watches the coffee shop or runs it in the day? Who's there during the afternoon rush or whatever?
I think I'm at least there.
Mhm.
So if I think if nobody else is there to run it, then I will do it.
Cool.
But I think I don't consider it like my job. It's just
Mhm.
that I do it if no one else is doing it. So I end up doing it a lot
I love it.
because
Yeah.
everyone else is out doing other things.
Yeah. So I think it's a average afternoon. There's folks working on their laptops and hanging out and stuff, and uh, you know, like you said, like you don't consider this your job. You're kind of hanging out, and it takes you a little while to notice that over the course of several minutes, some guys who are not regulars have come in and sat at different tables. They haven't ordered anything. Like three kind of rough looking guys. Not for you, of course. I think they kind of like shove someone over and sit next to them. And they kind of move their laptop and work on their novel somewhere else. And they just kind of like are like staring, looking around, and like right after you notice like these are not customers, a fourth guy comes in, and he's got like a work shirt on, um, you know, like a what do you call it, like the Dickies pants with all the pockets and stuff. It's kind of broad guy, is chewing on a toothpick, and he goes to order, I guess from you, like, give me a coffee.
Sure, just black, or you want
Just a coffee.
these? Yeah, cool.
And
I
yeah,
make him a coffee.
yeah. And when he gets it, he just knocks it on the floor. Says, "Ah, I need another one."
No, you don't. You need to leave.
Hey, I paid for my coffee and I didn't get it.
It's right
I could
down there.
I could file a complaint with the city, or people might know that this isn't a great place to come. And you see the other guys kind of like giving some of the other customers a hard time, just like harassing them, basically, pulling out their ear pods.
Okay. I think she's just going to give him this flat-eyed look, like, okay, you can leave on your feet, or I can throw you out. It's your choice.
Oh, is that a threat? Did you just assault me?
No,
I'm just a guy who's clumsy with his coffee. What kind of business is this? Or maybe you don't like people coming into your place of business and messing things up. Is that what's going on?
oh, I don't like people coming in here and messing things up. I have to clean that up. Get out.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not nice when people come to your place of business and mess things up, make a mess.
Are you trying to infer something?
No, I'm just empathizing with your situation.
Well, you can empathize out on the street.
Hmm. No, I think I like it here.
Okay, this is when she goes around the counter and kind of just steps up really close in front of
Mhm.
him. So, okay, last chance.
You gonna put your hands on me?
If you
Hey
don't
guys,
leave, we'll
I
share
think this lady's threatening me.
this. Yeah, she's just going to throw him out. This is it's gone on far enough.
Yeah, you don't have to roll for anything for that. And he's kind of like smirking at you while you're doing it. And yeah, a few other customers kind of like look uh, upset or scared and leave. And you throw him out, and he's like just brushed himself off on the sidewalk. It's like, this is, I don't, that's illegal. What you just did there. I don't know. There's coffee on the floor. It's a health violation. Guys, come on out. I don't think this is the kind of place for us. I don't think this is the kind of
No, I
place
don't
for
think so
anyone.
either.
Yeah. Well, everyone saw that, right? Everyone saw me just getting thrown out for being clumsy. Man, the city is going to hell. You know that?
Well, you're not helping it any.
Hmm. I was born here. Where were you born?
I think she. Ooh, yeah, that's going to take her off. She's going to now. She's going to go like speak Asgardian, like
Mhm.
Old Norse, the same, and like recite her birthplace and her family tree back like 5 generations or something,
Nice.
and she doesn't care if he doesn't understand, but he apparently is trying to insult her heritage, so she's
Mhm.
going to defend that. And whether that's in a way he understands or not, that she doesn't care. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he like waits for a beat after you do that and just goes, never heard of it.
Yeah. I'll punch him in the face.
Oh, all right. um, just tell me how hard you're punching him. Like, are you just like roughing him up? Are you knocking him out? Or are you knocking his head off?
No. This is just knocking him down.
Okay,
Like it's a hard punch, but it's human hard punch, not
right.
like not a Asgardian hard punch.
Nice. Cool. Yeah, he's just like, oh wow, you got a hook on you. Yeah, you get that, Maurice? And one of his buddy had like his phone up. Like, all right, well, I guess I know when I'm not wanted around here. Jeez.
Oh, finally.
Come on, guys, let's go. And most of the customers that were in there are not in there anymore. I think there's a couple of people who are just like too focused, but I think they scared some folks off, unfortunately.
Yeah, and for her, this is like we're running a kind of a bar. I mean, we're selling coffee
Mhm.
instead of beer, but this is the sort of thing you expect. You have to deal with some rowdy customers, so you know.
Cool. Yeah, and they toddle off.
Yeah, and I think, if anyone looks up, she like offers a refill or something just to keep
Yeah,
them somewhat mollified.
nice.
So
Yeah.
I imagine that Rain is there. She likes being in the room where the coffee is stored because she's not smelling everything else. Like the coffee just kind of
Mm,
masks smells and stuff like that.
nice.
And so she's come out of um the storeroom or whatever. She does that quick thing that dogs do to like shake themselves off. Um, and she looks around and she's like, what happened here? What's going on? She's talking to Sava, obviously.
Yeah, there were some guys, not regulars. They tried to, I don't know. I think he was trying to start a fight, but I kicked him out.
Um, Nighthawk, Alex, do we have like cameras and stuff like that?
Yes, you'd absolutely have cameras. Now the question is would they be hooked up? I assume that they would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have secure as a feature for our headquarters.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you
Well,
definitely have cameras.
And so she basically says, I'll go check the cameras and see if I recognize any of them. I'm not expecting to. I'm just, I want to see what happened. Are you there, Remix? Are you doing anything? Do I see you?
Maybe just because we last saw Remix in the other, maybe that's
Mhm.
where the Remix is.
Oh, okay, still there. Okay, cool, got it. Cool.
Yeah. So
Actually, I'm
yeah,
gonna say like I think Remix has been in there for quite a while.
time kind of gets
So
away from you in there. Yeah.
yeah, so I'm gonna go up, swipe to get in and just stick my head in. Oi, everything okay in there?
Yes. Yes. I got a little lost. Can I follow your voice? Or what do I do?
Ah, she head palms and she heads in. Um, there you are. You got lost. Well, I guess I'll have to show you how to look for the clues on how to get home.
Are we gonna keep Reese there forever? Or for the 25 years he was sentenced? Or is there a book exchange program? I realize I should have asked more questions about our whole thing.
Well, I guess that's the lawyer's call, right? The Murdoch asked us to take him, and now we're keeping him safe.
Right. That's true. He's bored.
Oh, yeah. Well, books, yeah, books, yeah.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, I just hadn't seen you in a while.
I don't imagine that Nero has a watch, but she does use her phone. How long have I been gone? How many hours?
6.
Oh, that's a very long time. I'm sorry. Is everything okay? Do I need to do something? What if I neglected?
You're okay. There's no neglect here. We all pull our own weight. Do you feel like you don't pull your weight here?
I should always be doing more, I
No,
think.
you should not. We don't recuperate from these truck explosions by working harder. We have to we have to rest. When's the last time you rested?
I was resting for 6 hours. I'm perfectly fine. Thank you. Are you sure everything's okay? Usually, when
Everything's
people
fine.
come to look for me, there's a problem.
I wanted to see you.
She puts her phone away. Well, hello.
Well, hello indeed. And like we're exiting the prison at this point. Um and uh so there's this date that I've been asked on that's a little bit awkward. Could you come with me?
Do you need me to be you for the date?
What movies have you been watching? No, it's
Parent
just
Trap and Parent
yeah.
Trap 2. It was recommended to me. I think it was a joke.
Um, well, this isn't a joke. I want to make sure that it's a friend thing. So I want my friend to come with. No mixing.
So it's do I need to find someone to go on this date with you?
Ooh. Need to? No. Ought you? Yes.
I will try to find someone.
There's the construction guy.
There's a construction guy.
The Gator Man.
No, the foreman of the. I had a conversation with him, and it was nice. He's very normal. He doesn't know I'm weird, so we'll have to lie to him.
Why do you have to lie to him?
because the last time I told someone I was an alien, they freaked out. Also, I should probably lay low.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't have a date set for this yet. I'll let you know when it's going to happen. Maybe things will have changed by then. But you gotta be you. You can't be me or someone else. You've got to be happy in your own skin.
That's my whole deal.
Okay.
No,
Well.
it's honestly my superpower is being other people. That's how if I have to be myself, I'm going to get hurt a lot.
If someone's going to hurt you and you're yourself, I'm going to be there to make sure that they don't do it again.
I appreciate that, but then you're focusing on helping me, and you should be fighting bad people.
No, no, no. I'm talking about day to day,
Oh,
like on a date with your friends.
I'm aware of dates. I've read up on them extensively.
Okay. Well, I'll let you know.
All right. I'm not going to ask the foreman on a date until there's a date for the date, but I'll prepare myself.
I don't know
For-
what preparation is needed, but yeah, that sounds good. Are you going to go shopping? Get some clothes?
I was just going to change my skin into whatever I wanted to wear. So I will
Okay.
look at some various fashionable websites.
Okay. You'll
The
be
book
the
is quite good.
you'll be the talk of the town.
Are you patronizing me?
No.
Have
If
I
you
said
can-
something wrong?
If you can be anything on that Paris runway, then without having to pay 10 grand for it, then you're going to be amazing.
But I should make sure that I don't outshine you. I'm sorry. I understand now. I understand. I understand. I will wear something less impressive than whatever you choose to wear. I promise.
It's a friend date, not a date. You don't have to.
I think that the foreman is physically attracted to me. Is he a bad choice for me to ask on this friend date?
You should ask
Should
him
I
out
find
on
someone
a.
who I only have platonic relationships with? Like Nighthawk?
Coworkers are different, you know.
He's technically my boss. We don't work together. I work for him. So that's different.
It very different. Why don't you take
Most of the movies that I've seen, the boss sleeps with underlings and it's okay.
Well, that's the patriarchy.
With the patriarchy.
Why don't you just go on a date with the foreman?
All right, but I should set very clear definitions that this is a friend date and not a date.
No,
Because otherwise,
no. A date. What? Forget the friend date. You've got someone that's attracted to you. Are you attracted to them?
this is very difficult to follow.
Let's start over. We've walked out the door. Are you going on any dates in the near future? And you say, well, there's this foreman that's physically attracted to me, and you feel
And
how?
when you have your friend date, I will come along with you with the foreman.
Okay, that sounds great.
All right. I'm glad we worked this out. It was much more challenging than I anticipated.
Well then, good to see you. Good to see you.
And you as well.
Insane.
Scene. Cool. Do we feel like we need another break? Or you want to push to the end?
We can push.
Cool.
Just as a note, my son's speech tournament may end around the hour. It may end earlier. I can go virtual for the last bit to go pick him up. I just wanted to give you guys the heads up.
Cool. Well, let's put together a mission then, and we'll get that rolling. And if you have to go, it's cool.
Fantastic.
So we have a few leads we can pull on. Anything that jumps out to anyone particularly interesting?
Well, I want to explore Alex's character more. Like, what is your lifestyle like? Where are you when we're not fighting villains and stuff like that?
Does that seem and that's fine. That seems more like a downtime action to me than
Okay.
than a mission.
What do we have on the table to actively pursue?
You got the info that folks were working in or with the prison to do some kind of experiments on folks. There's the guys that came and harassed customers. There's Nighthawk's rival. There's what happened to Svava's sister.
There's someone who
Sigrid.
left.
Yeah.
Oh, there's someone who left a message at the portal for
Oh
me.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Nighthawk's rival seems.
That seems juicy and
Yeah.
focuses on Nighthawk stuff.
Yeah. That's what I want.
Cool.
Fantastic. So, by the way, I think that'll be handled. I was going to say mechanically, I don't know how to handle that because this is one of my downtime clocks.
Oh.
But if we resolve it as a mission, then I'll just click that downtime clock, can use it during recovery or something, and change it to something else. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you okay with it though, Steven?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
No, that sounds great.
So, you know of him. You don't have any leads on who he is yet.
If it's a he at all.
Yeah, if it's a hit all. There was suspicion that it was the guy who took a shot at folks on the highway, because that guy kind of disappeared when Nightjar. I've been writing him down as Nightjar because Nightjars are terrible looking birds. When he showed up, so that's undetermined yet. Yeah. So how would you like to? That sounds like you're actually doing an investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah. Nice. Get into detective work, or a job, I guess, for detectives. So that sounds like the case that you want to investigate. It kind of brought itself to you. What locations, NPCs and stuff, or I guess locations is the most pertinent thing here. What bits would you like to explore to try and track him down or track down information about him?
Well, I think we would start with the places where he's been seen before.
Mhm.
The one thing we've seen on screen is, at that at the prison escape, right? The escape from us. So we'd go back and revisit that location. Possibly review the footage from the news footage.
Last time you were watching us, was there a story about him killing some thugs or something?
So I think that what we've established from the fiction is that yes, he's going out and becoming more of an executioner.
Yeah.
And it's been picked up in the papers,
Mhm.
but we actually saw it on screen where the journalist, like the news helicopter, was recording him.
Yeah.
After we kind of boogied out. Yeah. So I think that would be one location, is go back to the location of the wreck.
Mhm.
And investigate there. Maybe canvass the neighborhood to see if anyone knows of the guy with the shotgun.
What about the rest of y'all? What bits would you like to poke at? Locations, factions, or NPCs is what it says.
Kai, you're on mute if you're talking.
Thank you. I had just started the. We're like we should we focus on people who like we know are your enemies, like people who would want to take you down or ruin your reputation or whatever.
I don't. Yeah, it feels personal. I was gonna say I'm not sure.
Was there an
I'm taking
origin
this
comic?
personally.
Is there an origin comic I haven't read about you?
Well, you know, I don't know that many of us know each other's origin at this point. So,
We have Jessica Jones as one of our contacts. She could know something.
well, that'd be a good point to investigate. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, if he's using a similar modus as you, then maybe he's also a rich guy, which could make Jack DeQuain also a
Oh
potential
yeah.
person to talk to. He's also one of our contacts.
Yeah, those are some good leads.
Cool. Anything else?
Is there some big charity dinner for high mucky mucks that I don't know?
That would be super fun. Yeah, that would be cool if the mission was go to a dinner and try to get information from folks.
Fantastic.
Does that sound good to everyone? Love
Yes.
it. Great. Awesome. So what's your approach?
We're gonna dress up as wait staff. I'm sure they'll have this one that fits Svava perfectly.
This is probably not assault.
I think Darrow's going to be a guest, right? Because then we got two angles.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't like gathering info. This is doing the actual mission. So,
That's true.
Yeah. So this is the mission. The mission will be go to this charity banquet or ball and try and find out more information about Nightjar.
So what stands out to me is this seems like a social thing if we're mainly interacting with these NPCs.
Mhm.
If we wanted to make this a stealth mission, then we would say, oh, we have a clue. So someone's given us a clue that he's going to be at this location and we're going to stealth around and see if we can't find him.
Mhm. Or one person is there and the other folks are poking around the rest of the building to try and find stuff.
Yeah, or the place, the person who's hosting it we suspect that he's actually Nightjar, so someone's trying to sneak off to find the computer files or whatever that would reveal the
I'm gonna say Jack is the one hosting it.
Cool.
Looking through the list of types of missions, deception stands out as well as a possibility where this could be we're trying to lure Nightjar out by tricking him into thinking, this would be a good spot to pop out, and make Nighthawk look bad. So I think those are the three that we've got on the table.
I like stealth because social missions are hard.
But hilarious.
Yes, stealth or deception seems like if we're trying to stealth would be like, if we're sneaking around and trying to like overhear conversations or search people's belongings or something, I guess.
For example, we could be searching for what's his name, DePlane. Who's the host again?
Jack DeCane.
We could be searching through DeCane's files, believing that he might know something, just not with his permission.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think the sort of what you call it key here is do we want to talk about the method of deception, the point of infiltration, or the social connection? Which part of those is more interesting?
For me, it actually would be the deception, now that I think about it. right? Like, what is it we're using to lure Sully in, right?
Mhm.
So I think in that case, Nero had said that she would be going to the ball. Alex will escort her. And I think that we're the lure, we're the bait.
So she does get to have a date with her boss. That's great.
I think I think it might be a hard sell to get Nightjar to show up at the ball, since he mostly like hits thugs, unless there was like an act of crime going on there. But the point of deception could be we're staging a robbery there somehow, which has lots of complications but very fun.
Could it be like there's partially celebrating something that Nighthawk did as a good social thing? Like
Ooh.
Yeah.
like he stopped the poison guy before the train got poisoned or whatever.
Right.
And we're gonna name one of the train lines after him, the Nighthawk or something like that. And so this is like that, but also like they're raising money for the people that got affected by the poison gas. And
This is
so,
celebrating Alex, not Nighthawk, right?
I think we would need to make it celebrating Nighthawk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in order to get Nightjar to show up.
Oh yeah.
And Alex would go as an important societal member, right? And that's the bait for Nightjar to show up and the
Do you have like
face.
a Peter Parker Spider-Man thing where like you're the guy who knows Nighthawk?
oh God.
I don't think so. I'm kind of a legacy where my family were heroes before me, and I
Mhm.
think we've distanced ourselves from those heroes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what the like who if it's a thing to celebrate Nighthawk, they would probably try to want Nighthawk to be there. Nighthawk is kind of a sneaky vigilante so it would either be celebrating him in his absence, or someone would have to be connected with him somehow too.
Oh, someone's going to accept the award on his behalf.
Right, yeah. So
Oh, see,
is that Alex or is that
this
someone
would-
else?
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be Alex.
Okay.
I think in general this would be celebrating him in his absence, because they're not going to get his permission to do this.
Right.
And it would be sort of like the christening of the train.
Nice.
Yeah.
We're at a train station. Eating food? No. Anyway.
So.
So I guess you're in the rail industry now, Alex.
So that sounds like deception?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And so the method of deception is what exactly?
Isn't that the whole thing about celebrating Nighthawk?
So is that a legitimate thing that y'all will be going to, or is that the front that you are creating?
Ooh, did we set this up with Decane as a way to lure out Nightjar?
Oh.
So we created this deception, and lobbied to get this train named after Nighthawk in order to draw out Nightjar.
Does Decane know that you're a Nighthawk?
I don't know. What do you think?
It would be easier to arrange if like you could have a conversation with him about that.
Especially since he probably if he knows you, then he believes he believes that you're innocent, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's hoping you do this. And so basically everybody in the room will look like they're, high society, but they're actually trained at the security force that the company he owns or whatever. Anyway.
Perfect.
I mean, there would have to be actual society people there.
Yeah.
Because if we suspect that Nightjar is also a member of high society, then he would know. I mean, he would recognize if there's nobody here I know, then that would kind of give it away.
Yeah, it's only advertised in the New Yorker magazine. That's only a very specific group of people.
Yeah.
And I think like it would like be an even more specific group of people, because Nighthawk is still considered to be, kind of like Daredevil. It's like some people are like, yay, Nighthawk, and some people are like, this guy's a vigilante who has been killing people. And why would we celebrate him at all? So
So it's
you'd
a
have a
controversial ticket. Yeah.
you'd have a selective audience. I love that idea. Yeah. Bishop security. Awesome. 3 subspecies of Skrulls. What?
Turtles and deviants and primes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Didn't know any of this.
Could you be K-Tiff and not be? Oh wait, that's family. Okay.
Cool. So just to recap, Alex / Nighthawk has talked to Duquesne about this problem, and they cooked up this way to draw Nightjar out by throwing this gala, hiring a bunch of Bishop security sounds great. Security folks to be there in addition to actual guests who don't know it's a deception. And you're hoping to draw him out because this is like he wants credit, probably not. Yeah, we'll figure that out. So that sound right?
Yeah.
Cool. I love that.
One question.
Yeah.
Is it possible that this might lure in people other than Nightjar?
Oh, is there anyone else does Nighthawk have any other nemesis besides besides Jennifer Walters?
Yeah, because I got this image in my mind of like Nightjar shows up and then like he's like, I'll kill you all, and then like there's a sword through his chest, and it's like, oh, the real villain's that person. Oh shit. But
I mean, we could go through a big list in the NPCs tab. I mean, it could be
I just wanted to throw something like a if we roll a 1 at some point, like someone else might show up. I just wanted to get it on the board before we got started. So
cool. Richard's son called, so he's virtual now. Let's go ahead and make the engagement roll. How about that?
Let's get engaged.
Where's my engagement roll list? There it is. Cool. So we'll start off with 1 die. Is the plan simple and bold? It's bold. I don't know about simple. It's a complex with many possible failure points. What do you think?
I would say, I would say it's neither, right?
Yeah,
so no
I agree.
die, just because it is bold, but we don't know what's going to happen. We just have to prepare for any event.
Yeah. Cool. Does the plan's detail expose or take advantage of a vulnerability? I'm going to say yes, because it takes advantage of his vanity.
Yeah.
There is also a high chance of interference, though, from anyone who has a bone to pick with Nighthawk. Target is not a lower tier. And I think he's on tier with you. So keep that a 1. Any other? Yeah, I think we're just rolling 1 die for engagement. Does that sound right?
Well, we do have the backup of a security force. They may be goons in the comic sense, but there are going to be other people who will get involved, right? It's not all a whole bunch of innocents, getting trapped. So I think we have a little bit of help from Duquesne, and Duquesne's like he could very well, be
absolutely
super too, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, so let's do 2 dice.
Okay.
Nighthawk, you want to roll?
Yeah. I'll roll that.
Nighthawk, roll, Nighthawk, roll.
That is a 5. Okay, so we'll be starting at risky. What is the first obstacle? Cool. Awesome. I'll think about that. I think this is a good place to call it for today. Then we know where we're going in. We can jump into the Nighthawk Gala at the beginning of next time.
Sweet.
Great. Let's do XP first. Here we go. Cool. Did you all discover something new about the world for Explorers XP?
Well, we saw the prison for the first time.
Yeah, yeah,
And we have the Asgardian bar.
yeah. Let's take two for that. That's great.
As Bardian.
Have we contended with challenge above your current station this time?
That law library is kind of hard now.
I can't think of anything, but if you got something, okay. Have you bolstered your team's reputation or developed a new one?
I think we're going to because Nighthawk's getting a train if we're still doing that.
I think I would like to retcon it to a boat because trains in New York are already pretty locked down.
Oh
Like a
yeah,
ferry?
like the Staten Island ferry.
Yeah, like a cruise boat or whatever. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
or maybe like a little Coast Guard boat or something. Like, yeah, we'll figure out something fun.
Colin Jost and what's his name from Saturday Night Live owned the Staten Island ferry now or something. It's ridiculous.
So I can't think of anything for the reputation this time.
No, me either.
Okay, cool. Have you expressed the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the team this time?
Yeah. I feel like there's been a lot of that, like interpersonal scenes and figuring out who we are in relation to each other.
Yeah, that's worth at least one. Anything else?
I mean, there's a big conversation between me and Nero, but that's probably going to be used in other XP situations. So I don't know if it's double dipping or not.
Yeah, it's your call.
Like we talked about how both we and Murdoch are trying to help people and that sort of thing. That's kind of our goals and nature.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that'll be an extra one. So cool. That's 4 XP, and that will get you an advance with 1 to spare.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about advances now or think about it and talk about it next time?
What are our choices?
So many choices.
Did we have something on deck? I thought it seemed like
I felt like we did, but I don't remember.
We picked up training. We've taken all the training.
Yeah.
Since we're approaching a tier advance, I had heard something about that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
We want to take research grants, which means it costs half.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
That's a real good idea.
That's we're gonna definitely have to bring in the story for that. Like,
oh yeah.
Cool.
And who would the patron?
Who's the patron?
Be?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right?
I mean, it could be Reed Richards. It could be Loki.
Wow, those are both so interesting and so very different.
It could be like companies that are out of the Caribbean but that are owned by COVID brain Daredevil's nemesis, the
Kingpin?
Yeah, Kingpin. Like maybe there's a villain that's giving us money. Or something like that, or Sebastian Shaw or something.
Oh shit! Oh god! Let's mark research grants if everyone's cool with that, and we'll figure out who the patron is when we tier up. Cool.
Sounds good.
Might
awesome.
be Jack Duquesne out of this mission.
Okay.
I love all this. I love this.
Actually, Jack Duquesne would be a great patron because he has these inspirational speeches and stuff like that.
All right.
It would be fun if the patron was someone who pushed us in kind of a different direction. Pushed us into doing something that we're not currently doing.
Oh, right. I have a fun idea. We'll save it for later.
Okay.
Oh yeah. There's so many good things. So many things that could happen. Oh yeah, it's written down. So let's do Svava. Did you address a challenge with compassion
I I don't think so.
No,
There was definitely
your passion got the best of you, and you punched a dude when you knew you were being filmed. Your passion definitely carried that
yeah,
scene.
passion,
Perfect.
but not compassion.
It doesn't say calm passion. What?
If you compound passion, it's compassion.
It's Latin. It's with passion.
Compassion. Okay, you're right. It's
I mean,
Dang
I
it.
could say that I gave him plenty of chances to get out before
That's
I punched
true.
him.
I think his intention was to get punched. So you
Yeah.
kind of walked into that one. Great. Did you bring in your downtime clocks, origin, and profession as alien, bodyguard,
Definitely.
sister?
I mean, my background when he insulted
Yeah.
me, and I've been trying to figure out what's going on with my sister. So
Mhm. Cool.
I'm
I'll
going
take 2 for that.
claim 2 for that.
Cool. And no trauma. So that's
No trauma.
straight 2.
Yeah.
All right. And Nighthawk. Did you address that challenge with force or recklessness?
I don't think so. Not in this case.
I would almost say making the plan with Duquesne is reckless, because that's a big swing. And
Yeah.
like also if like someone has suspicions that Duquesne is Nightjar, then even more reckless.
Yeah.
I would say take 1 for that at least.
Okay.
Did you bring in your downtime clocks, origin, or profession?
So yes, I talked with Matt Murdock about being Nighthawk and what the challenges there
Yeah.
are. And what were the others?
Oh, do you have a villain counterpart? Yeah, that's definitely one of your clocks there. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Profession. Yeah. Profession, origin, or downtime clocks.
Yeah, one of your downtime clocks is, do you have a villain counterpart? That is definitely came in.
Yeah.
So it sounds like 3 points for you.
Fantastic.
Devil Wolf, did you address the challenge with creativity or solve a problem by thinking outside of the box?
I can't think of anything.
Did you bring in your origin, profession, or downtime clocks?
Profession. Well, not the clock. Yeah, but the profession, right? Like I was doing, reporter investigative stuff the entire time, as well as being warden in a sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be 1 XP, I think.
Okay, cool. That's 1. And remakes. Did you take your advance there?
No, I just put my. Oh wait. Oh, I wanted to talk about that. I am going to take an advance. I'm trying to decide between Ain't No Thing Like Me Set Me, which is my fallback, but possibly Fortress, which is wild and kind of huge. So it feels like that flies in the face of our cool other world stuff. So maybe not. I don't know. I'm torn on that one. I'll think about it. No, I have not taken my advance is the answer.
Okay, cool. Just a remind that's there. Cool. Did you address an insight with did you address a challenge with insight or add an interesting perspective to the scene?
Feel like interesting perspective to the scene and how she approached Reese and the conversation with Reese, and possibly also the conversation with Devil Wolf, maybe? I don't know.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Did you bring in your downtime clocks, origin, or profession?
The whole scroll serum was the reason for the conversation with Reese.
Yeah.
And she revealed she was an alien, so I'd say 1 there at least. Yeah.
Cool. That sounds like 3 altogether then.
All right then.
Yeah, I think that is it. Do stars and wishes? Yeah, that is a picture of a nightjar. Yeah, that's fucking terrifying. Cool. Let's start with Rich.
Stars. So I really like the Svava scene, even though it was a pure setup from Get. from jump. It was just a setup.
Yeah.
It's so obvious. I saw Undish realize it, but realize also Svava maybe even realizes it, but is like, nah,
Yeah.
this is like a bar with coffee, and therefore I'm going to do bouncer stuff, and I don't care if you're filming me. And then the like tilt at the end of the Mark, by the way, really good insulting the heritage thing. That was super good.
I was
and
trying like
then-
not to go into like speak English territory, but yeah, I think I just made it.
I think it was good. I really enjoyed it. But the bit from Undish of like I'm gonna name my heritage 5 back, that was dope. I could super see that. I could absolutely see that in a scene and how it could be delivered. It could be super cool. I really dug that. I enjoyed the like downtime Alex is so interesting to me because it's like anti-Batman. It's wild, and I like that. I appreciate that more and more every time I see Nighthawk out of his super suit. I'm like, oh, he seems so down to earth for a super rich guy from a rich family. It's probably never had to do any of this stuff. And then Kai, I really enjoyed our scene. I appreciate that you set me up for several of one-liners and stuff. Thank you for that. I'm trying not to make remakes. I'm trying not to go for the ultimate funny of making her completely clueless. I want her to be shy of clueless. She's got a clue, but the clue's often to the wrong mystery. And so I hope that's playing well and isn't just
Naive.
silly.
Yeah.
She's like book learning naive.
Mm.
Learning about the world from TikTok videos and movies and the like. Cool. Those are all my stars. I really enjoyed
Any
this
wishes?
session. And yes, let me transition to wishes. Wishes. Really hoping that Nightjar brings some buddies. I'd love to have a big fight in this mission. That would be fun. Big group fight could be cool. And this might be a little more long-term wish, but because we are not wardens, but watchdogs, and we have this prison, Rich, enjoy some of the conversations of exploring, like, okay, well, this is a super cool world that they get to exist in, but like, what are we doing? Are they just like, a conversation? Are we just stuffing them somewhere else so they can't hurt people? Are they supposed to learn? Like, these are questions that remakes will likely ask because Rich is interested in this. Not that we have answers. I don't expect to create utopia, but I do find the struggle to try to find a better way interesting. So
awesome. Thank you. Let's do Kai next.
Well, that's me. I love that you said, all right, I'm going to give myself an extra resilience point, and then made a huge or gave us the ability to have like a really, in-depth scene and world building, because I think that's the first time we've been in the Murdoch office, as in the game. It's confusing because Rich and I started a game just like this before we started playing, and I'd been to the office and I'm like, oh, that's not new. And I'm like, yes, it is new. Anyway. And so, yeah, thank you for like taking what could have just been like I'm adding a box to a list, to something in the game. And I don't know, like I really enjoyed the Zvava thing where it was just like you didn't have to say that your fists were clenched, you didn't have to say that like all of the straws in your hand were ruined or something like that. Like it was there. It was very, very easy to imagine. And all the phones at the end, I'm sure, recording the oh no, it's kind of like Slippin' Jimmy from Breaking Bad or whatever. Like it felt so. I was just the entire time. I'm like, well, who sent them? You know, is this the Ice King truck, guys? You know, I like that.
He implied that y'all came to his place of work to mess things up, so it's probably the shipyard from the first yard.
Okay, cool. Got it. And then, you know, I think that's the longest conversation I've had as Rain was with Mara tonight. So that was good. Wishes. I want to be back to back with Svava, like surrounded. Um, that's not like a literal wish, but you know, I could see it in my head. Um, I think the whole like Cannonball special we did, I really would
Mhm.
like that to be the beginning of like not necessarily like any sort of one way or the other of like friendship or whatever, but like a fighting relationship, right? Like, you know, later on they might release a comic of like, you know, Zvava and Devil Wolf or something like that, like a, you know, we work together kind of thing. It doesn't have to happen immediately. I'm sure we could do a lot of things where I, you know, get in their way and stuff like that. Um, that's it. Just those are my wishes.
Awesome. Cool. Adish.
Yeah, I wanted to give a star to Kai and Rich for that whole conversation about dating. That was a lot of fun. And yeah, I just had a lot of fun this session. Just giving having a very full downtime session. I think that's good for building the characters.
Mhm.
There was a lot of I really enjoy how we're interacting with like big characters from the universe, but we can do it in our own way, and
Mhm.
it's not like a big crossover thing. It's just yeah, they are also here in the city, and we're playing around with that. I'm really enjoying that. Wish. Um, I mean, at some point, Svava has to fight someone who is clearly physically more capable than she is.
Yeah.
Someone who she can't just outmuscle. That doesn't have to happen soon, like what Kai said, but at some point, I want that to happen. But I don't mind her being powerful and just kicking people around either. But yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, I think that's it.
Cool. Thanks. And Steven.
Yeah, I'll start with wishes. The I thought of one which was, oh, to dovetail into what Kai mentioned about, you know, being back to back with Svava. Um, maybe I'm a, I'm a little concerned about, you know, are we going to get down into the weeds about how this gala's put on and what's going on? Maybe we start in media res in the middle of a
Yeah.
big fight and then go
Ooh.
back through flashbacks to fill out
Hmm.
positioning of, you know, what happened that led up to it. And the other is, you know, we started in I'd like more focus in that it seemed like we had a lot of things, there's a lot of little things to deal with. Um, and we seemed to struggle to find which one of those we were going to take to a mission.
Hmm.
And I think finding a direction where, you know, that involved the entire team and making sure that we had, I guess, a mission. Yeah.
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 Cool.
So I'll go to stars, which is I really like this idea of the next mission. I wasn't sold because I didn't want it to become the Nighthawk show, right? And then it was like, oh wait, this is super cool. We're bringing out someone. We're going to be at a big gala. It turned out, you know, as we talked through it, it was like that sounds like a great mission. Um, so I'm looking forward to next session. I really enjoyed the scene with talking about dating and like this is just a friend date versus a real date, and I've never been on a date before. That was a lot of fun. And I also really enjoyed the scene with in the prison, you know, with
Yeah.
Reese, where it was,
I
you
forgot to
know,
mention that. Yeah.
yeah, where it was, you know, sitting there and talking and like, oh well, I'm an alien, and he freaks out, right? And it was like, well, this isn't going the way I thought it would. That's just perfect. Yeah, it was really good.
Awesome. Thanks.
Can I jump in with
Yeah, go
one
for it.
more thing that I just thought of? When Rich said, or when Reeming said, people usually come to get me when there's trouble, or this is usually trouble when people come to get me. That was like,
Mm.
oh, that hurts.
Yeah.
That was so good.
So sweet.
And the point where you're like, I hide. That's what I do. I don't know whenever I'm my
Mhm.
real person, then you know that's when it can hurt me. I'm like, oh, that's really good.
That's
That's
real
Thank you.
good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
And my accent, I don't know what that was. I don't know if it'll ever happen again, but I fell into a voice, so you know.
It was
I hope you
great.
can summon it back. It was fun.
Okay. I'm like the entire time. I'm like, I'm sure this is insulting somebody.
No, yeah, I think that's actually like a wish for myself because I have avoided doing accents that I know I can clearly do that are not offensive, like whatever. But it's appropriate for like the ice cream guys or whoever. So yeah, push myself to do more bad accents. It's a wish for myself. Yeah, y'all covered a lot of stuff for stars. Yeah, I mean, this wasn't even like a downtime dump. This was just an open play session, and it was really, really great to see all the different bits and pieces of the world we interact with, and how everyone, the different combinations of folks. Yeah, the dating conversation so good. Although the conversation with Murdoch was a lot of fun. I had no idea where that was going, and it went somewhere great. And yeah, playing the heavy with Fava was the thug who wants to get beat up is a fun thing to play. So thanks for doing that with me. Yeah, and I agree. Sometimes it is hard to find a focus because there's so many threads. I think just running with the one that sounds fun. I'm really excited to see what happens at the gala because that's nothing like we've done before. So yeah, it's gonna be exciting. What did I have else?
We haven't done anything like that. Even back with Stars in the Dark. We
Yeah,
haven't had a big party.
yeah.
It's true.
Really good.
And another wish kind of for myself is to find out more about Svava's sister, I think, because that's a thing that's
Yeah.
And there's a couple it feels like there's a couple like bigger dominoes ready to go, and I don't want to like force stuff, but I want to find out.
So
Like,
I had a
it feels like we're kind of we're peeling away layers and getting to some more fun stuff too. So looking forward to that.
I had an idea of how to bring in a little bit more Asgard into what we're doing. What if the plot line was that the people that came back from the snap, some people think they don't have souls,
Hmm.
and maybe Valkyrie are sent to collect. I don't know, like you know what I'm saying? Like maybe Hela shows up because it's like, you know, where are my souls? I didn't get my soul. You know, you died. Where, you know, just I don't know. I just got this idea of like death and souls and stuff like that. Especially since it's like your sister being stabbed or whatever. I was like,
Mhm.
you know, how that could all flow in. But you know, just this asshole idea that like, you know, if you came back from the snap, you don't have a soul. I'm sure that there's some church that's talking like that. So
Yeah.
you know, I can just see it in my head. So anyway, that's I thought I'd pull that out.
If you go by Norse mythology, then if you die but you don't die in battle, then you
Mhm.
go to hell. So
Right. But also
and the
like
people who were killed in the like at least the Asgardians who were killed in the snap, they didn't die in battle, so they would go to Hela,
Right.
to her realm. And now when they're back, I mean, she's missing a lot of people who were there who were supposed to build her like the big ship built out of nails to say
Right.
on the flip side, like Thanos was in battle when he made the snap. So you know, you know, just you could go either way with it. But I just the idea of life and death and souls just kind of came to me. So
and to MCUize it, I hope we haven't taken away any wishes you still had to express, Mark. But to MCUize it, is Hela still in hell? Because she
Oh,
escaped
yeah.
Helheim when Odin died and ended up in old Valhalla, or sorry, old Asgard with a place, not the people. When Surtur came in and destroyed it, did she end up back in Helheim?
Yeah, we don't know.
Is there no goddess of death? I don't know. Like, it's all interesting to me.
Yeah, a lot of fun stuff.
Also, there was a plot line in the Thor comics a while back where, back in the day when Thor had like the cane and he'd be like the doctor one day and like Thor the fight or whatever. The idea was like there was this town created in by Odin for that guy to live in while Thor was doing his thing.
Oh, that's cool.
And then it stopped popping back and forth, and he goes insane, and like he's murdered the entire town, and he wants to get out and stuff like that. So, just
wow,
I that was a really like I was like, whoever came up with this idea, I want to meet them and shake their hand. That's amazing. So
wild.
Wow, I did not know that. That's amazing. Cool. Awesome. Anything else?
No, fun game.
Cool. Yeah, super fun today. Awesome. I think that is good today. And yeah, thanks for playing.
Thank you.